Hello everyone, this is Taryn with Wonderfully Made Handcrafting, and today I'm working on day 8 of ByTheWell4God's Follow Me devotional. Now today, I know I said I wasn't going to do a very antique heavy tag, but we're going to kind of go against that just a smidge while still keeping with some bright colors. I had a bunch of papers come from my subscription to a house of books the other day, and I decided what better way to make a background for a tag and add some interest very simply. So I decided to take this fun page from an old book, and I'm just making it the background to this tag. I'll make sure to take out my crocodile to punch a hole through that book's page so I don't forget in the future, and I will be using this fun bike stamp. Now, I have loved this bike stamp since I saw it and didn't know exactly how to use it, and this is the perfect tag to do so. So I'm going to stamp it with some VersaFine ink, and then I'm going to use some clear embossing powder over top of that to really bring it out and make it different from the back of the text. Now, if this was any other tag, I probably would color this in with some browns and neutrals, but I'm really trying here, and so we're going to actually color this in with some of the Daniel Smith watercolors that were provided with the kit. And so after I heat set this, I'll work on getting those out, and we're going to use the bright pink color. Now, I do have to say I did get outside the edges a little bit on this bike with my painting. My 3-year-old was hanging out with me, and she likes to hang on my neck from behind, basically, and, you know, just do 3-year-old stuff. So it did get a little outside the lines. I did try to clean it up with some clear water. You can still see it, but that'll just remind me that she was hanging out. So anyways, here are her hands right here trying to get into all this mess. But anyways, I come in with the brown for the tires and handlebars and everything else that isn't the bike itself. And then we're going to dry this off and move on. So now that it's all dry, I will work on assembling this tag together. I did have a couple notes, and I put Matthew 3:11 on this little tag. This day was about the baptism of Jesus and who was there. And it didn't note Matthew 3:11, but I really liked that verse, and so I decided to include that to remind me that day 8 is all about the baptism. So anyways, I put that book page to my tag, and now I'm coming in with that larger eyelet that I will punch in. And then we're going to add this little sweet label tag and this bow that came with the tag bob kit. Now, the ribbon did seem a little bright for what I was working with this tag, and so I decided to muddy it up a little bit with some frayed burlap distress oxide. And then I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac glue and make a little dot up here at the top, and then I will glue that ribbon right down there. I also use some foam tape to glue down the label in between that. I must have missed that in the process video, but now we're going to come in with some glossy accents. Now, I love using glossy accents, and since a lot of you got that in your little bonus goodies for being one of the first 300 orders over $50, I'm deciding to try to use it a lot this month. And so here we are adding it to the bike. So since it has some embossing powder, it makes it a lot easier to keep that glossy accents exactly where I want it to be. And so if you ever have a thin area, try to stamp it and then use embossing powder before using glossy accents. It makes it much easier. So this will take a little bit to dry. So once I am done filling this in, I will just set it aside to dry. But before I do that, I did remember that I still needed to add my day number to this tag. And so I end up taking out my tile alphas in the bright pink color, and I will add that to the top right hand side of this label. After those are done, I will come around with some Micron pen to outline these tile alphas, and then this tag will be done. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me over on Instagram at Wonderfully Made Handcrafting. Don't forget to press the bell notification button so you don't miss any future videos, and I'll try to link everything I use down below in the description that's still available. I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.